Hello. Do you know where you are? No, nor me. But I'm deep underground, in the British National Radio Sound Archive, rummaging around on your behalf for any lost classics I might find. Deep underground. I came across a box labelled Brindley tightly, which is filled with signed photographs of the great man. So many still here. If you would like one, do drop me a line to the usual address. I also discovered some snippets of shows that he's done. Do you know something I've noticed? You probably haven't, being a simple listener, but I am in the showbiz game, and my ear is highly trained for such things. All Brindley Titley's amazingly popular panel shows have exactly the same format. Yes, who would have known? They're just rejigged to fit some new theme or other. It's as though the writers were totally bereft of ideas. How they got away with it, I don't know. But I suppose if you put a star like Brindley at the top, whatever follows is going to entertain, educate and amuse, no matter what. And here's the proof. Some of these clips differ in quality of sound, but in quality of content they never change. With occasional off-air comments, you're going to hear excerpts from hit shows such as On the Spot, What's My Rhyme, and Go for the Pot. Brindley. Good evening, I'm Brindley Titley, and it is my pleasure nightly to introduce this brand new panel game, which is already going down a storm, called You're on the Spot. The rules are simple, and I'll just run through them for those of you who might be new to the game. Simply put, our three panellists have to talk about a subject they may or may not know anything about. It is up to the other panellists to interrupt if they spot a mistake by ringing the bell and saying, I put you on the spot. If they're right, they get a point. If they're not, they lose a point, and the person speaking gets the point. They then continue talking on the subject until their time is up. Let me introduce the three people who are going to be put on the spot tonight. First, celebrated cook Jemima Gringle. Hello. Angus Filigree, author of books such as Death Before Christmas, Death at Christmas, and Don't Look Now, It's Boxing Day. Good evening. And tone poet Richard Strangle. Spangle? Are you sure? It looks like Strangle. Quite sure. Well, then that's our mistake. The card is wrong. Wrong. Richard Spangle, of course. The well-known tone poet. No. What's a tone poet exactly? Do you do it all in one tone? No, it's about tone. Who's he, dear?
He means monotone.
No, I don't. I mean mood, atmosphere.
I'm just a humble hack, but I think a poem is not a poem unless it rhymes.
That's rubbish. On the spot.
What?
I'm putting you on the spot. You don't think he's a real poet? No, I don't.
Of course I am. I've never heard of you.
Nonsense. On the spot, dear, definitely. All right, let's find out. Are you a real poet?
Yes, we haven't started yet.
Oh, so we haven't, no. We're all getting a little carried away. Well done, you are a real poet.
Tone poet, if that counts.
It does. So no points for anyone that round. Let's start properly now with Angus. You are on the spot with... Oh, I see. Lovely. Telegraph poles.
Telegraph poles?
Poles for telegraphs, dear.
I know.
Don't help them.
What? Telegraph poles are long wooden poles that, on the spot.
Are you sure, Richard?
Yes. All right, Angus. You are on the spot.
Do you really know anything about telegraph poles?
Yes, lots.
Oh, bad luck, Richard. Point to you, Angus, and a minus point to you, Richard. Bad luck, dear.
Hang on, you can't just take his word for it. Why not? Are you accusing me of lying?
Yes, of course you are. Tell me about telegraph poles, then. Go on. When was the first one introduced? He can't tell you now, Richard. You buzzed, you see.
Too late, Squire.
When were they introduced?
How should I know?
Oh, on the spot. For goodness sake, I'm putting you on the spot.
It's not even my turn.
Well, that proves it. It does seem to, Richard. Really, if you must go off on your own, do try to keep abreast of the rules.
Hello, my name is Brindley Tightler, and I'd like to welcome you to What's My Rhyme, The panel show where the panel hear two rhymes and have to guess which includes the correct pronunciation of a particular word. On the panel tonight are Richard Dicky Bow Benson, Snub Newt, who's from a rock band, with us despite a late night giving a concert, I believe. No doubt our younger listeners know what that was all about. Younger listeners. Yes. And we have with us the popular poetess, who's surely ideal for a game of rhymes, Monica Hermanses. Now, here is our first word. Well now, indeed, how does one pronounce that? I might say Diplodocus or Diplodocus or various permutations of that. Monica, it's your turn to go first. Can you please give us two rhyming examples of how to pronounce this word? One version is correct, and the other is the incorrect version.
Well, I always thought it spoke as simply Diplodocus, but when I went to ask, it pounced and said, "My name you've mispronounced."
I see. Version number two?
Oh, well, I'm big and plod about, you see, so a plodding name is best for me. Diplodocus, you must all say, and then it plodded on its way.
Splendid. Richard, what's your view?
Well, you know, my old professor used to say to me, "Dicky, say, the thing with pronouncing these Latin names is over the years we've got lazy. The stress used to be on the last vowel, and these days, gradually as we... I'm sorry, my moustache is getting in my mouth. Yet better. These days we tend to shortcut the pronunciation. It's fallen off altogether. Why don't you put it in your pocket until later?" "Good idea." "Oh, sorry. I don't know why you put it on anyway. It's a comedy moustache, you see, all part of the act." "Yes, well, we're not on television, are we?" "We're on radio?" "Yes, of course. I thought we were on television." "Did they tell you we were on television?" "No." "Oh, I thought we were on television. Did you know we were on radio?" "Well, no, I don't suppose you did." "Well, anyway, Richard, would you like to tell us which you think the answer is?" "Oh, yes. Well, putting the stress on the first vowel, I'd say Diplodocus." "Right. Well, that wasn't either option." "No, that's right. Well, it's not much help to us, then, is it, in the rules of the game? Dare I ask, Snub, what you think the correct pronunciation is?" "Right. Well, in fact, it is Diplodocus. So if you want to use that word in future, well, now you know how to use it."
"I got it right."
"Well, no, you didn't get it right, Monica. You were giving us the question."
"I know why I thought this was telly.
Can we please, that friend of yours, producer chappie? Everyone was saying how he got the DJ tipsy and got him to agree to sign you up. Ha, 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 ha. That's enough, Dickie. Then this is the funny bit. Your friend goes and gives him the wrong contract." "What?" "Giving you 5 years tight radio and signing up Julian Boundley for 3 years TV with options." "With options?" "That's right. Doesn't he present Give Us a Wink, the family-orientated general knowledge show combining general knowledge and tiddlywinks, now a firm Saturday night family favourite? Yes, he does. To think it should have been mine." "He's very good. Stop the recording. Jeremy!"
"Oh, dear."
"Calm down, Brindley, calm down. Think of your voice."
"My voice!"
"You'll get hoarse. Have a gentleman's friend."
"I don't want a gentleman's friend. What about the bright future in television you promised me?"
"Well, what it is, you see, there were 2 contracts, and I bought the wrong glasses."
"Several glasses, more like, of gins and tonic."
"I never touch tonic. You know the doctor forbade me, Bubbles."
Yes, once again it's time to go for the pot.
Go for the pot.
Well, currently the pot stands at £50. Ooh. Let me just run through the rules. Now, contestants try to outbid each other, answering questions, each worth a sum of money, which get harder as the amounts increase. Get it right, they get the money and move towards the pot. Get it wrong, they lose the money and it goes into the pot. Oh. Then the next contestant takes over and so forth. Now, Sally is back with us, trying for that elusive top prize, currently £50. Certainly she's going to try for something along the way, at any rate. Now, Sally is doing very well. At the end of last week's show, you put £5 from pot into pocket, didn't you?
Yes, that's right.
So, what are you hoping for pot to pocket tonight?
Well,
50 realistic.
20, 25.
25. Well, why not? It's time to go for the pot.
Go for the pot.
We have a 10-shilling question to start with. Dog is to puppy as cat is to
mouse.
I'm afraid that's the wrong answer. But yes, I'm sorry. They're quite tricky questions at this stage in the game. Let's move on to our next contestant. But before we do, everyone, where does the money go?
Back in the pot!
Yes, it does indeed. Back in the pot. Now, you will recall, I'm sure, that at the end of the last show, Alan had just started his climb up the ladder of luck to get to the table of questions, on which stands the pot. Yes. Now, welcome back, Alan.
Hello.
Nervous, Alan?
No, I'm all right.
Really? I should be very nervous if I were you. Questions, thinking fast, money to win and lose. Yeah, millions of people watching you at home. Well, millions and millions, not to mention all the people watching you here. Yes, right now. Yes. But if you're not nervous, good for you. I think here is your first question, to get some money in the pot. Now, once you've contributed to the pot, you do, of course, try to get some money from the pot to pocket. Are you ready?
Yes!
Splendid. Now, I'm going to say 4 numbers, and I want you, Alan, to give me the 5th. 5. No, not yet. 2.
3.
No, it's a sequence, you see, so please listen to them all. 2, 3, 5. Yes, but...
Hooray!
No, that's not actually right.
You said it was.
It's right, but...
Hooray!
It's wrong.
Well, I don't understand.
I said that I will give you 4 numbers. 5. No, 4, and the next one's 5.
Hooray! Go for the pot!
Will you all shut up? I said I will give you 4 numbers, of which the third happens to be 5.
Well, what's the 4th then?
7.
7?
Yes.
Hooray!
No, you morons, he's just repeating what I said. Now, what is the next number?
I've forgotten them now.
For goodness sake. 2, 3, 5.
Hooray!
Will you shut up about 5?
Done.
He's not right, he's not right. It's 7 next.
I said 7 earlier.
He did. Ages ago.
7 is not right.
Here we go again. First of all, 5's not right, then it is right, then 7 isn't, then it is, then it isn't again.
What comes after 7?
8.
In the sequence.
How should I know?
Well, that's the whole point of a show. It's a quiz.
More like a swizz.
Yeah, swizz. It is not a swizz.
I thought he was very hard on me.
He was.
Hard on you? You don't even know what a kitten is. She thinks cats have mice. Well, they do.
Of course they do. They love them.
Swiz, all right, all right. Have your 10 shillings. And you have another 10. Why not 20? Why should I care? This whole thing can go to pot.
Go to the pot.
Oh, shut up. Poor Brindley had got in a bit of a state by this time, and they had to stop recording the show, get him into his carpet slippers and a nice, extra strong mug of cocoa in his dressing room, with top of the milk. But Brindley, of course, was a trooper, a professional. He wasn't going to be kept down for long, and he was soon hosting another new show, which perhaps one day I may also find here in the archives. Well, thank you for joining me. I'm sure you've had a very good time, where for me, of course, it's just another day's work. Supervising the opening of boxes, the rifling through of tapes, the threading them onto machines, and hoping, against hope, that some little gem might be found for you. So until next time, goodbye, and as Brindley himself might say, good night, Claire. Sleep tightly.